Hi, Flosstube friends. Welcome back to Shining Brick Cottage. My name's Lorraine, and I am so happy that you're here tonight to hang out with me and give me the opportunity to share with you what I've been working on this past month. It's almost the end of April 2023, and I've just been busy, been working on stuff, and I hope you grab yourself something to drink or some stitching and hang out with me while I show you what I've been working on. If you would like, you can like this video, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, do all the things if you want to get together with me. It seems like I'm doing about once a month we're doing this. I really enjoy this time with you guys. I enjoy the comments, and I love watching Flosstube, so I hope that I'm giving back to the community. Sometimes I'm not as active on Instagram as I would like to be, but this is life, you know? We got to make time for our hobbies when we can. Today has been a lovely day. I don't know what the date is. It's a Saturday, the end of April. Went to my husband's aunt and uncle tonight. We're celebrating their 85th birthday. They both are turning 85, and their 65th wedding anniversary. Sweet people, lovely family. It was so nice. We all got together. Their family hosted us at the Knights of Columbus in the little dining room area, and we had food and drink and lots of talking and catching up. My husband thoroughly enjoyed visiting with his cousins. I took some stitching along, so I stitched and visited and listened to all the stories of all the crazy things they did as children. You know, just a really nice night. So let me jump in and show you what I'm working on, or what I've worked on in April, what I hope to work on in May, and we'll see what happens here. So let me show you. I have a previous finish that I did already this year, showed you guys, but I thought I'd show you again because I have another spring pillow I did. It's like a sunbonnet suit with a watering can. This is a free pattern from Tiger Lily Designs on her blog or website. I guess it would be a blog. Very sweet, very dear. I just made, I used some 14 count Aida. I used Classic Colorworks Floss. If you want to know exactly the colors I used, I'd be happy to tell you. I have them in my cross stitch journal, and just leave me a comment and I'll look them up and tell you. The fabric that I used to finish the pillow was a charm pack called Notting Hill, which I'll show you a project I'm working on with that fabric. My little tag that I usually use on my garments says Lorraine, and some rickrack. I'm just so happy. So I have both of these pillows together in a little basket in the living room. I love those. So nice. And I just use, oops, I'm reaching over to get a drink. I just stuff my pillows with some polyfill. I would like to use some walnut shells, but I've not been successful in ever finding them or ordering them online. I just haven't done it. So let me get a drink. But those seem to work fine, the polyfill. So let me show you what I worked on tonight at the party. So I did make some of the bags that I got, that panel from Holt that I purchased at the quilt show my husband and I went to. They're that decorated weight canvas, pre-printed panels, cut and sew. And then I used her zippers, these 2-part zippers, which I don't know. I think I am going to always use these zippers. I would like to. I have a stash of regular zippers, so I probably should use those before I buy more zippers, but these are super nice. I love them. A little charm that I got from Hobby Lobby. And in here I have 2 Lori Holt projects. Let me get the one that I worked on tonight. These are Stitch Card P. I'm doing all 4 of them in a row on a piece of 14 count Aida with the called for colors. Here's Stitch Card P. you are probably familiar with this. You can purchase these from the Fat Quarter Shop, or a lot of Etsy sellers have them as well. I subscribe to the club at the Fat Quarter Shop, and then I get the stitch cards. I don't know how often they come. I don't think it's every month. I don't know how often they come. But anyway, so this is the one I was working on tonight. The sewing machine's already done. And the pattern's on the back. It's color. It's a really nice pattern. And then I ordered the floss, the Lori Holt Stitch Card P Floss. That's a mouthful. And it came with the floss bobbins. And I don't like to bobbinate my floss. I like to hang it. So I kind of used them as floss drops, but it's not ideal because there's only one hole, but they're super pretty and I wanted to use them. And then I just took a permanent marker and wrote whatever color I have tied to it. And then I usually put a little punched out tag with what this floss is and what I'm working on with it. So very pretty DMC floss. The other Lori Holt pattern I'm working on, and I can't show you, I don't have the artwork, just the pattern. So this is her mini barn silo, and I decided to do mine pink, and I have just a little bit left to do on the barn, and then the rooster is started there. That's his tail. And I used my own colors because the barn originally called for red, like a traditional red. And here's the colors that I pulled. Some DMC, some Classic Colorworks. I wanted a pink barn. If you're interested in knowing the colors, just let me know and I'd be happy to share that with you as well. And then my finish for it is I'm going to order, oh, and this is on 14 count fabric flare that looks like chicken wire. And I'm going to order one of Chantel's 141 design barn boards. It has the silo, and I'm going to paint it and distress it a little bit and make it into something very pretty. And I hope to, I know I've talked about it before, I hope to enter that. It's a very small item into the county fair come late summer. I'm sure, like, I'm not trying to be like all modest, like, oh, I'm sure it's not going to win or whatever. But it's probably not, because I'm sure people are entering like these masterpieces. But I just want to enter something, and it'll make me feel good to try. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I think I'm going to do that one because it's small, it's manageable. I'll get it done. I can finish it pretty, and we'll see what happens. So stay tuned. So let me keep moving on. The WIPS. WIPS are new starts. Got a little bit of both going on here. This one is going to be a new start. I have a friend who has her 60th birthday coming up, and she likes mooses. It's not a spoiler because I'm positive she doesn't watch Flosstube because she's not a crafter. But I saw this pattern on Etsy. It's called Quirky Quaker Moose by Darling and Whimsy Designs. It's small, it's manageable. I'm going to stitch it on this piece of 14 count fabric flare that I had a little scrap of. I think it's called Pale Parchment. There you go, you kind of see it. And then I just pulled some colors that I had that I thought looked nice for a moose, and then it has some green in there too. So the green I'm using is this really pretty Classic Colorworks called Desert Mystique. Very pretty. So anyway, I'm going to make that for her, and I think I'm just going to frame it in like this little itty bitty hoop and maybe put some trim on it and back it. I think that'll look really cute as a small gift to go with whatever else, you know, something I made for her. So hopefully she'll like that. I'm sure she will. And here's another one of those Lori Holt bag panels I finished. It's one of the really small ones. I love the covered wagon tag that came with it. And this is a Lori Holt spool. Again, the double zipper. Really nice. Really, really nice. I did some light quilting. Actually, I did a lot of quilting on this one. Can't really see it. I did a lot. I did a little bit of quilting on the other one. And this one, I just followed the crosshatch lines and quilted it. Then, this is a WIP I haven't worked on this month, but I just got out, and I'll work on it this May. May, I'm going to just focus on spring pieces. I'm not going to switch to patriotic until the end of May, early June. So this is Tulip Farm by Stitching with the Housewives. Where's the pattern? Oh, it's here. This was a pattern I won from them last year in a giveaway, and I just never finished it. I love this fabric. It's a blue 14 count Aida from Hobby Lobby. And I love blue and pink together. It's two of my favorite colors and my favorite color combinations. Probably the only thing I'll probably omit some of these larger tulips on top of the barn, but I'll do the rest, the background ones. Sorry if it's hard to see because I have it in a little plastic wrapper. So I'm going to work on that this month and hopefully get that done. Then this is going to be a new start for May. How does your garden grow? And I took a piece of 14 count Aida that I got in part of my thrift store haul, and I hand dyed it, and it turned out beautiful. Look at that. Really, really pretty. I used Rit dye. I used just about a capful of teal. And I just used Priscilla and Chelsea's, tutorial on how to do fabric. I did not coffee tea dye it at all. It's just the Rit dye. And then after I Rit dye it, I rinse it really well, and then I throw it in the dryer. And then I blanket stitch the edges because my serger has a broken needle. It's had a broken needle now for 2 months, and I just haven't changed it. But so I just used a blanket stitch on the sewing machine to finish the edges. I think it's going to be a great match. I'm really looking forward to starting this. It's still too cool here to garden yet. We've had weather's been all over the place. We've been really warm, and then we'll get cold. I guess that's spring. A lot of rain this past week. All weekend is a washout. But I did go last weekend. We got some soil and some mulch, but we didn't even get it down before it started raining again. So I'm looking forward to filling the beds with some fresh, freshening them up, and then planting, not a huge garden, but definitely bigger than last year. Last year I didn't do much. I just did like a couple tomato plants, I think, and I don't even know what else. So, yeah. I'll have a good sized garden this year, which will be nice and enjoyable. And then I'm using the called for Classic Colorwork colors for that pattern. And I have that stuff stuffed in here in this Stitching with the Housewives bag. And I have in here this bag. I think there's one other project that's going to be a new start. This one is coneflower seeds. And I'm going to do that also on a piece of navy instead of the black. So yeah, I like that. Zinnias are probably like my favorite, excuse me, favorite flower. But the coneflowers rank up there too. I really like those. And sunflowers. Pretty much any flower I like, but those are my favorites. Not getting very far here if I'm going to do all this coughing. This one is like, should have it done, right? I keep saying it. I'm close, guys. I am so close. A little bit more and I'll be done. And if you're new, this was a piece of fabric that I dyed as well, 14 count. I dyed it Rit dye pink, and it was a little too pink. And so then I rinsed it out and I ended up bleaching it, and I used some bleach and then rinsed it, dried it and all that, and I like it now. I'm just using most of the called for colors. A couple of the colors I subbed out because I wanted it to be pink and red. One of the colors is more peachy in color, so I substituted that. And again, if you would like to know the colors, I'd be happy to share that with you guys. Yes, this is still in the Valentine's bag. I am not, this is a bag that I made. I am not going to put this one away. I'm going to keep working on it. Like I said, I think May is going to be spring stuff. And then I'll switch at the end of the month to patriotic. So some really cute patriotic stuff I want to stitch. Here is another oldie that I am making progress on. This is a Primrose Cottage stitch. Hive rules, still in the hoop. Really, really, really close. I'm not sure. I did cut off the first part that said hive rules. So I knew my fabric was going to be a little short. I need to do some math here and some measuring. I might be a little short here. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough room. All the called for DMC colors. Beautiful on this, I call it oatmeal. I don't know if that's the official name. 14 count Aida. Love it. I'm going to keep working on it until it's done. A little jammy needle minder. Little bee bag that I made last year. And here is this one. This one I'm also going to work on in May. It's this April month to month by Stitching with the Housewives. And I'm just blown away by the colors in this. I don't think this is really gonna show you how pretty. That blue and yellow together, and the green, but I just love it. I didn't get too much time working on it. Let me pull out the colors. It's all the called for colors. I get this as a kit from the Fat Quarter Shop. We're just waiting on one more and that'll finish up the club for the year. We started with August and July will be our last one. And I have not kept up with it, but I'm going to work on it and someday they'll all be done and I can hang them all each month above my calendar in the kitchen. This one I'm going to keep working on in May because I think it's beautiful and I'm enjoying stitching it very, very much. And then the other two that are in my basket is the October and the December month to month, like for my dark stitching and then my Christmas stitching, which I'm not even going to show you guys because I didn't get hardly anything in it. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, I think I'm back. I had a little bit of a coughing fit there. I don't know if I got allergies, I've got asthma, I don't know. Just keep coughing. So anyway, I'm back. We're going to keep talking about cross stitch. Actually, I think we're going to talk about quilting now. Quilting. So, I have this that I got done, and I couldn't be happier. This is, the fabric is Quilty Fair by Tasha Knoll, O'Reilly Blake fabric. This is a free pattern from Fat Quarter Shop called Layer Cake Loop. And I'm in love. Love, love, love this. I think it goes this way. So I do have a one-way design on there. This is just the top. And it's about a little bit bigger than a crib size. And this is the one that I'm going to finish and enter into the county fair. So this will be my quilt entry. I also have, let me show you this. I dropped everything, sorry. I used the leftover blocks for this that I'm going to use in the backing. It's like just an extra row. that I'm not going to use in the front of the quilt. So I'm going to do a pieced backing. And I ordered my backing fabric. Haven't even opened it yet. It came from an Etsy seller. It is the same fabric line. It's just like the check. And then I got more of this because I really enjoyed when I did the jumbo rickrack before on another quilt. I think I did it on my father-in-law's Alaska quilt, and then I also did it on my Boo Crew Halloween quilt last year. So I'm gonna do it on this one. And whoops, I got one more thing I want to show you. Where'd it go? I got these. Oh, here they are. Sorry. I got these tags. And so I think I'm going to incorporate one of these tags in with my label on the back. And I did reach out to the lady who's in charge of that department for the quilt, for needlework for the fair. And I was asking her some questions because I have no idea. And she is really kind and very helpful, and told me like just all kinds of stuff. And so it makes me feel better that, you know, I've got somebody who's like willing to answer my questions. I apologize for how many times I'm taking a drink of water tonight. So anyway, there's that. I wanted to show you guys all that, and next month I'll have it done and I'll show you guys what it looks like. I'm really, really excited. Very grateful to Quarter Shop for putting together that pattern. It was a great way, that pattern was a great way to showcase a lot of these prints, because they really shine. That's what I wanted. I wanted the prints to shine and have the colors really coordinate together. So I'm very, very happy about that. Let me set this aside. So, and then speaking of quilting, here's the rest of that fabric I used from Notting Hill. It's been a train wreck. So I printed this pattern. If you did not know, Primrose Cottage, every Friday on their newsletter, that if you sign up for their newsletter, they'll send you a free pattern. And this pattern I saw and I really liked it, so I printed it off and I thought, oh, how hard could this be? It's definitely been a huge learning curve here. So this is how far I am. The hard part is over. Whoops, let's turn this around. So the one in the middle is the one that turned out best. I didn't cut off any points. The color placement's good. The pink ones, I'm losing the points on my star because I chose too light of a fabric to use, like on this one here. And that one. And I'm not loving the other two blue ones, are a little wonky. But I'm going to soldier on. And the back, I try to press my things open, but it's kind of a hot mess. So nobody tell Kimberly Jolly how janky the back of this is. I did not think this through right. So I should have, my middle square's okay. I did not plan this out for all of these flying geese pieces to be the same color. I wanted it a little scrappy, but I got it too scrappy. I didn't really understand as I was putting it together how it was going to end up going together, because there's a lot of pieces going on here. I think that was part of the problem, is there's a lot of piecing. It's small. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I had a ton of mistakes. I was ripping stuff out, throwing stuff away, but I really did enjoy it. And I wouldn't not hesitate to make this again. So I am on the final stretch. Now I just have the easy part. These are just 2.5 inch charms. They're mini charms, and I had a charm pack, so I've got to cut them down. And what I should have done, I used all my favorite prints on this. And what I should have done is save my favorite prints for these, because then it would have showed better instead of cutting them into these little stars. I mean, all the prints are nice, but you know what I mean? You have your favorite out of the charm pack, and I didn't think this through. But anyway, so, and then I'm using, I think, a white on white dot. I think it's a Layla Boutique. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Cottage Rose, I think it's called. But anyway, so I'll have this to show you guys next month. I worked on it this morning. I will definitely probably finish that up this week and get that off the table. So I have my little sashing strips and stuff. I haven't decided if I'm going to do, for the backing, if I'm going to do a scrappy back with the leftover charms, or if I'm going to just pull something from stash. But anyway, it's going to be a table runner, 12 by 22. And it's a really nice pattern. So like, I'm not criticizing the pattern at all. I'm criticizing me. Like, I have a lot to learn on doing these little tiny pieces, especially flying geese. And I did think about, and I probably will order some fine foundation paper from Fat Quarter Shop and try again using that to make my flying geese, because I was struggling. Like, I was just struggling. It was all new. I was struggling. But what I did do while I was working on that, I think I've showed you before, like I have a lot of scraps. I cut my scraps down to different, like pre-cut size. And then like I use these as leaders and enders, sewing them together. And so like I have this basket full of random stuff. So I worked on sewing them together as I was going, taking the leaders and enders, and then I just made little 4 patches. These have no plan, but I am just plugging away, and I had a lot of fun, and I enjoyed that very much. So that really slowed me down as well, doing that in between each block. But I think it was worth it though, because I can put those into something. I think I will do like maybe like a 16 patch scrappy little quilt or table runner or table topper. I don't know, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm using up my scraps. That makes me feel good. I also feel good about, I made a decision. Some of those that I didn't care for, the two colors that I put together, like I did 2 of those together, and I was like, I shouldn't have done 2 of the same. And this one doesn't really go together. So I have some oddballs here. And then I have some like orphan. This is right from my one quilt that I gave my daughter for her birthday. Some orphan blocks. So I'm throwing those in here. This is from a tote bag I made that turned out super cute that I sold on Etsy. But anyway, what I think I'm going to do is go through, now that I have all the fat quarters and yardage under control, I know what I have now. I think I'm going to go through and pull out some of the pieces of fabric that I don't love. And I'm going to just put them in this basket and get a collection. And I might either, if anyone is interested, I might do it as, let me know if you're interested. Maybe I'll do that as a giveaway, like a scrap bag that you could use for whatever. Maybe you'll see something in there that you like, that you want. There's no sense in me holding on to it if I'm not in love with it. I mean, obviously I liked it at one point because I purchased it, but maybe not in love with it anymore. So I'm going to do that. But if nobody's interested, then I will just bundle it all up and donate it to the thrift store. So I know I love finding treasure at this thrift store. Maybe somebody else will like my stuff. So that is it for cross stitch and quilting. I do have a little bit of haul that I'd love to share with you guys. I think this episode should be called like floss drops, floss biddies, I don't know what, but that was like my mojo this month. I was just really working through getting more of my DMC floss on floss drops. I still have a little bit of my 900s to go. I have a lot of 700s, and then I have just a handful of some of the bigger 3000 numbers. I've been marking them off on my list as I get them done. And I ordered all of these. So these, I think I got on sale. The Floss Biddies, the Christmas ones from Fat Quarter Shop. These are super nice. I like these. And I'm just using a permanent Sharpie to write the color in the corner on here because I'm not going to put floss on it and then remove it. I will just keep refilling them as I use them up. Then these ones, oh, this came in, so I have a bunch of Halloween ones, and they came in the thread pack. Oops, let me show you. I got so many of these. These came in the Halloween thread pack because I plan on doing whatever the mystery stitch is this year. There's some spider webs. That might be it because I used some already. And then this here, oh, there's another Halloween one. This here, I don't know what they call these Floss Biddies. Oops, there's some more Halloween. Oh, there's one with a thimble. Let me show you this. This is a really good bargain. So this is for the welcome sign for Fat Quarter Shop. This was like the pack for the floss, and I don't plan on stitching that because I just don't want to, but it came with this package of Floss Biddies. And when I did the math, like this was basically free. You were just paying for the floss, which I love DMC and I love blue. So I'm going to add that to my stash. I just left it in the bag so I could show you guys. So if you want some Floss Biddies, this is a bargain. I would say, well, don't stop watching me, but you know what I mean? Like seriously, like pull out your phone right now and Google this or get on their website and look it up. This, I don't even remember what the price was, but it was like $4 or $5. These were like free. So if you need Floss Biddies and you like DMC, this was the way to go. That's why I saved this to show you. So now I will just pull the floss out, get that all organized with the other floss, and get rid of the wrapper. What else for haul? Oh, this. Let me bring my box over. So yes, Mystery Haunted Halloween thread pack is where I got the Halloween, and I already pulled the Floss Biddies out because I wanted to look at them and use them. So traditional Halloween colors, Classic Colorworks, which this is adding to my stash, whatever's left over. And every year the Fat Quarter Shop does a free pattern for Halloween in a cross stitch and a quilt, and then they do it also for Christmas. I think the Christmas one is coming up in July. I think they do it in July. They've been teasing it on their site. And so the pattern's free. Then you can buy, you don't have to, but like you can buy the kit from them for the floss, and you could buy the quilt stuff kitted up as well, which I'm not sure if I'll do the quilt because I noticed it had like I don't know. I think it's gonna be a tree with presents because like they showed presents. And I don't know, I already have some Christmas stuff that I got to finish up from last year, maybe 2 years ago. So I really have no business starting another Christmas project. So maybe I'll pass this year. Speaking of, here's this month's Floss Fix. I am subscribing to this every month because I really am liking the hand-dyed floss. Like I love DMC. But I am enjoy some of these variegated hand-dyed floss. So this was this month's, or this was, yeah, April's. Barn Door, Barrel Cactus, I'm holding them away so I can see, Bean Sprout, Bejeweled, Bella Rose, Betty Bluebell. And they're all pretty. They're all pretty. Let's see, which one's probably my favorite? I don't know. I like blue a lot. But I really think this Barn Door might be my favorite out of this pack because there's a little bit of coloring you can see there coming through. I think that'll look really pretty on whatever it is. If you got a big enough item to stitch with it, it'll turn out nice. So that's Floss Fix. That is a monthly club with the Fat Quarter Shop. It's, I don't remember the price, but it's a really affordable club if you want to get some fancy floss. We'll throw that package away. And then, oh yeah, here's the rest of the Halloween biddies. Like telling you, this month was floss biddy month for me. Oh, there's the wrapper for the Christmas ones, which is empty. Here is, oh, I tried these. These kind of remind me of the Lori Holt eggs, but they're not. They are a different material. They're, this feels almost like a cardboard, and this feels like a waxy cardboard. So not as sturdy as the plastic floss biddies, but they certainly do work, and they're easy to write on, and you get a whole bunch of them. Let me see how many came in here. You get 30 of them. And again, that was a fat quarter shop purchase. So I'll put those in this box. I recommend them. I mean, I recommend them for sure. They're just not the hard plastic as the other ones are. Oh, this goes with, okay, this was like, so this is a WIP that I didn't even talk about because it ended up on the wall of shame. So here's my wall of shame. These are projects that have been started and abandoned. That's pink fabric that I dyed for a Christmas project that I didn't like the pink. It was too bright. I ended up bleaching it out and using it on another project. And then this was, oh, I love this pattern. This is a Doreen Jones pattern that kicked my behind. I love the pattern. I haven't got rid of it, but like my count was all off and I was getting frustrated. It was not enjoyable. So the little vampire's on my wall of shame too. And here is, I don't know, I guess I sewed it backwards. I was just saving it. But this is it, the temperature chart. I like the idea of the project. I like the pattern. I just started behind and I felt like I was constantly behind and it was becoming not fun because I wanted to stitch on other stuff, but I wanted to do this. So I cut it off so I could use the fabric for something else. And this is going on the wall of shame. But, you know, if you're not in love with something, life's too short just to finish a project to say that you finished it. So it is what it is. I'm done. I'm not stitching the temperature chart. Maybe someday in the future I will do it again, but not this year. I got some covered buttons because I know I'm gonna have some finishes and I love a covered button. So I got some more refill. I got these because, oh my God, look how sweet they are. The little mini charms. This fabric is called, is it called Gracie? Oh my goodness, it is so stinking cute. I have no idea what I will do, but maybe like a patchwork bag. I'm getting all these WIPs, I need more bags. Super cute, love this. Here is my next to last month. This is the June one. So it's all about the strawberries. So pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Again, I'll probably do some light changing. I don't think I'm going to do these little black drop downs that are attached to each strawberry. To me, it reminds me of a spider web. I don't know why, but I mean, I love everything. Look at the roof. Look how she did that. I mean, this is so pretty. And the colors, here's the colors that come with it. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. And I'll probably just do it on a white piece of 14 count. But it is, I mean, it's so pretty. The only thing, yeah, those strawberries, I mean, I don't know, what do you think? Are you stitching this? Did you do the black drop down thing? I just can't get like Charlotte's Web out of my mind when I look at that. I love the roof on the barn. Like it looks like a buffalo check. Let me put the floss back in the box so I don't lose it in the baggie. And then I also got this beautiful spring pattern. And this is my first pattern by Jardin Privé. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. My French is a little rusty, my high school, college French. I won't start this year, but I'm definitely going to do it next year, get it out and start it. It's so pretty, so pretty. It's got the sheep, a chicken, a beehive, a bee. I love her hat, has flowers sprouting from it, an alphabet, so it's kind of got the sampler vibe. And her shoes almost look like little brown clogs. Just everything about it I love. And it calls for DMC is to call for floss. So that is definitely going on for next year. This one, I think I just purchased it because I like things that are like the Western vibe, and it was like on a flash sale maybe, or it was on clearance. Tumbleweeds. And I'm not sure if I would do, I like it, but maybe not all the horses. I don't know. Maybe like modify it a little bit, but I love the colors. I love the idea. I love the vibe. I'm just not so sure about the 4 horses running around the circle like that. But very, very pretty. The other pattern I did by her is If a Girl Wants to Be a Legend, and I really enjoyed that pattern, so I'm sure I'm going to enjoy stitching this one as well. And then this was a pre-order that just came, and this is Bunny Hill, and I did a quilt that I got to finish was last year. I did that red, white, and blue quilt, was her fabric, Prairie Days. And I think I like her vibe, her color choices. I don't want to open the layer cake yet, but let me figure out how to show this to you. I really like the reds in here. There's a red and the tans, the check. Very pretty. I'm glad I got it. It's called Sugarberry, Bunny Hill Designs. And I don't know what I'm gonna make with it, but I really, really like it, so I'm glad I got it. Something pretty. Then, almost done, almost done. Look at this. This was a flash sale. And if you're not familiar with a flash sale is, every day after 9 o'clock, Fat Quarter Shop has 4 items that they put on flash sale. It's usually like one quilting item, like some fabric, usually a cross stitch pattern, or some sort of pattern, maybe a notion, and it seems like a lot this week, like different cross stitch fabric. So usually 4 things that are deeply discounted. You're only allowed to buy one of, you can buy one each of all 4, but you couldn't buy like a quantity of 5, like you get one, is my understanding. So this was on the flash sale. It's called All American by Deb Strain. And I saw, let me show you this print. It's a black dog with the flag. And we have a black dog named Oakley. She is just about 100 pounds. She's a huge girl. And my husband loves everything patriotic so much. So I thought maybe I could do something with this for him. Realistically, probably not this year, because I still have that quilt from last year I made that I have to finish up. I need to get that, make the quilt sandwich, quilt it, bind it, all that good stuff. But I thought this was a really good bar. It's a Fat Ace set, and I've never purchased one, but it's like, you get a lot of fabric. So I'm excited about that. So that'll go in next year's summer stash. This pattern here, oh my goodness. You're my jam. Stitching with the Housewives. Love, 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 love the little jam jar. Paisleys and Polka Dots, I think, is this, who made this jam jar. You have to paint it yourself. But, so I just got the PDF. I definitely am going to work on this. This is definitely going to happen. This is definitely going to be done in May. Or not May, June. Maybe May. I don't know. But I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Then this was a pattern. This is a designer that's new to me, called Brooks Books Publishing. It's like a little baby announcement type sampler thing. They have the little baby girl and a little baby boy. I got the girl. I'll probably buy the boy as well. This was an Etsy chart, and I kid you not, it was probably $3. It was not much at all. Very, very nice. It might be hard to read. Sugar and spice and everything nice. And it has like the little girl's name, her birth date, and how much she weighed. And she's like a little angel, and there's bees and candies and cookies and cakes. Let's see what else. Just a black and white chart. Really big though, really nice. And it calls for a DMC floss, a little bit of back stitching. I think it's just really, really cute. So I have this in mind to do for our youngest granddaughter, maybe. I don't know. I really just thought it was nice. This I'm psyched about. This is a half-yard cut of my first Stitching with the Housewives fabric. This is Chelsea's. I love purple and black for Halloween, so that's what I'm going to save this for some Halloween finishes. And then this is a half-yard of, I'm not sure who's the designer of this fabric. It was just, it might have been on sale in the Fat Quarter Shop, like a pink check. And I'm going to use that for the little mini barn silo I'm stitching. I think this is going to be the backing fabric for that, to give it like a more of a farmy feel than it already has. And then got some more hoops at the thrift store. This size is really too small, but it came in the package. This is my favorite size. I think that, yeah, this is a 6-inch. That must be, it doesn't say. Oh yeah, that's a 4, and this is a 3. So anyway, got those. I know it looks like I got a lot, but it's been a whole month. Like, it's not like, you know, I just got all this stuff in one day. So let me put this aside. And then let me show you a couple other things, and then we'll wrap it up. We'll do the giveaway. You know what we're going to do? Because I didn't, Friday was a vacation day for me from work. And so I don't have my work computer that's usually hooked up. And then our personal laptop is on the floor down there, and I didn't hook that up tonight. So I will, before I publish this video, I will draw for the giveaway, and I will put it at the end of this video when I talk about the new giveaway. So I'll do that. I won't forget about it, but I'll do it, okay? Then I just got 2 things from Walmart. Cute, cute. And then I have one Save the Stitches from the thrift store. Look how cute that is. And they even put the little buttons on it. It's all ready to be hung up. Finished it with some felt. So I'll put that with our Christmas stuff and get it out next year and hang it up. Very sweet. I think the date's on here somewhere. It's right there. I don't have my glasses. I don't know. No. Oh yeah, 2006, and then their initials. 2006. And they did put some beads on the tree. They got a little bead work going on too. Very nice. Kind of sad to see that at the thrift store. That somebody in the family just didn't want it, I guess. Then, speaking of the thrift store, if you're looking for finishing stuff, I feel like, I know everyone goes to Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and they do have great stuff, but like you can certainly find things to repurpose. It's like this guy. He's like $2.99. This is going to be where the Lori Holt stitch cards go. It's going to go on here. This, I don't even know what I'm going to do with this, but this is like, isn't that the cutest Halloween frame? And like I said, the purple I love for Halloween. So maybe like a really small, tiny stitch I can mount there on the witch's hat. And then, it, you know, since it's a frame, it'll stand up. That I'm psyched about. These are some very old, they make me think of a 1970s Ma and Pa house. But they're like the perfect size. And they've got the sawtooth hanger on the back. I am going to paint it with some pretty paint, distress it a little bit, and then I'll put some stitching on these. And then the last one I got, I do not stitch anything this big yet. But how could I go wrong? Like, I couldn't walk away. It was like $5. And again, don't forget to be awesome. But I'm thinking like Stitching with the Housewives, they have some longer ones. You could even do it this way, like if you did like a Bent Creek sampler. I don't know, it's a really good size. So, and it was just a few bucks, so I got that one. And then the last thing, if I'm looking around, yes, this is like, ooh, look at this paper cutter. It will seriously hurt somebody. This is going to be so awesome for cutting sticky board, anything. But I saw, anyway, so you know, like where I work, the factory closed. And it's pretty much empty. Like they've shipped everything out to the other location. But there were some things that were just destined for the trash for whatever reason. And this was one of the ones destined for the trash pile. And I asked if they would be okay if I took this out of the trash pile and took it home with me. And they said, sure. So, there's just, it's like massive, massive. And it's going to be awesome though. I haven't used it yet, but it's going to be awesome to cut through that stuff instead of trying to use like a rotary cutter or a heavy pair of scissors to cut through that sticky board. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. I just keep looking around the room, make sure I didn't miss it. But I am blessed that I do have the opportunity to work on my crafts. You know, the kids are grown. I'm blessed with the grandchildren now. But I appreciate you guys sticking with me and watching all my projects. Let's talk about the giveaway. This was the giveaway last month, was 2 of these vintage Paula Vaughn charts. So I will draw for a name when I get the computer plugged in after I do some editing. Oops, and it tells me, the phone just told me I'm almost out of battery life, so it is time to wrap it up. So I'll draw and put your name here or here, wherever the little drop down box goes, and let you know that you won these. Then for this upcoming month, for the month of May, I will have a drawing for the last 2 of these that I have. More of the same artist. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. These are just gorgeous. I will never do them because there's a lot of work. What you like about your front porch if you have one, what you like doing out there, if you have a porch swing. My grandparents had a porch swing on their farm in Ohio, and I love that. And I still would hope someday I could have a porch swing, but right now we just have a glider, which is very nice, but nothing beats a porch swing. So somehow work in the word porch. If you're interested in winning these 2 patterns, I would be happy to share them with you and send them off into the mail. Also, last but not least, if you are interested, if I go through my not my scraps, but my stash of fabric and get rid of the things that I'm not in love with anymore. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm just not in love with them. Would you be interested in something like that? Would you like, you know, a drawing for a basket of orphan blocks, some fat quarters, a little bit of yardage, maybe whatever I have? If you are, just let me know in the comments, because I'd be happy to share with you guys. I mean, I love sharing. I mean, it makes me feel good that the stuff's going to go to a good home and that you're going to like it. And, you know, all I ask is that you maybe share what you make with it, or, you know, whatever, you know, you can do whatever you want with it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoyed visiting with you. I'm sorry about the coughing fit I had early on. I think at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you guys a picture that came up in one of my Facebook memories. It's from, I think it's a 2015. It's a picture of my dad and I at the Dairy Queen. I think that was probably the last time I saw my dad before he passed away, that we were able to be together. He was here visiting, and so I want to share that with you guys. Not to be sad or anything. It's just happy. It's just a happy memory. We always had fun when we got together. We had the same similar sense of humor. Anyway, you guys have a great month. If you're gardening, I hope it starts warming up at your place so you can get your stuff planted. And I will see y'all next month. Bye.